What's going on, guys? It's Patrick and welcome back to the channel, Double Games. If this is your first time here, be sure to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't, and hit that bell icon to be notified for the next video. In today's video, we are talking about the new Animal Crossing killer, Pokemon Pokopia. Really, it's a hybrid between Pokemon and Animal Crossing at the end of the day. Just the other day, Nintendo decided to release about a 10-minute overview trailer of Pokemon Pokopia, and I'm actually kind of liking what I'm seeing. It reminds me of a mix between both Dragon Quest Builders and Animal Crossing. To me, the aesthetic of the game is more so Dragon Quest Builders-esque, I'd say, which, by the way, I'd recommend anyone play because I love it, and it's a really great RPG slash hybrid mix of the survival builder type of game and the story of that RPG. 10 out of 10 would recommend, but we are not talking about that today. Anyways, Pokemon Pokopia is a fairly healthy mix of both Animal Crossing and Dragon Quest Builders, and I'm here for it. I like it. Let's get into it more. The trailer starts off with us looking over the scenery of which we're about to explore and repair. And from here we get a pretty good idea and depiction of the art style that Koei Tecmo is giving us in Pokemon Pokopia. And then we reach Professor Tangrowth, who we learn is a regional variant of Tangrowth, and that has essentially been a lonely little guy and hasn't seen anyone in quite some time. From there, the Tangrowth mentions that this place where it's been wandering around was once a bustling town with many humans and tons of Pokemon. But now it's just a wreckage and a ghost town, and asks us for help restoring it to its former glory. From here, we learn that we have to create habitats, different and specific habitats at that. This way, we're able to attract all kinds of different species of Pokemon and cater to their specific needs. For example, a Hitmonlee would want a punching bag around, or if you put a fishing rod and a lure in the water, it may attract a Magikarp. Some of these Pokemon will even teach us a different move. And since the player is a Ditto, we have the ability to learn all of them. So a Squirtle might teach us Water Gun to revitalize the plants and grass, a Bulbasaur to teach us Vine Whip to refresh the land, Hitmonchamp might teach us Double Punch to break walls and barriers to create paths, and so much more. On top of that though, we can learn special moves and actually transform into certain Pokemon. For example, Lapras will teach us Surf, and we can actually surf to nearby islands, whereas we can transform into Dragonite and travel to distant areas in a breeze. Like Animal Crossing, Dragon Quest Builders, and even Minecraft, we're able to craft a slew of different items. For example, we can craft beds, light poles, toys, paths, bridges, stairs, full-on houses, rooms, and so much more. We can decorate the rooms and houses however we want and see fit. We can make the town as big or as small and dense as we want. It's really up to us and what we want our dream Pokemon town to look like. The Pokemon friends that we adopt into our society are actually going to help restore everything in our town and world and what it has to offer. But it is a give and take relationship. Some certain Pokemon are actually going to offer requests and quests for us to tackle and take on for them. From here, we actually get our first look at character customization and multiplayer. We'll have a few different hairstyles to choose from, as well as the color. We can customize our hats, shirts, pants, shoes, and backpack. And I'm hoping that the more we actually progress into the game, the more we're able to unlock in terms of character customizables. In regards to multiplayer, it looks like we can play with up to 4 different friends, and we can all build and explore either together or apart. It's also looking like we can game share with another Switch console, either it being the Nintendo Switch 1 or 2 console nearby, and play together. So if you have 2 Switches in the house, you'll only need 1 copy of the game. Lastly, in the trailer, we are left off with regional variants of Smeargle, Pikachu, and Snorlax, as well as a release date of March 2026. Okay, now let's actually get into my thoughts and opinions of what the trailer had to offer. And what better way to start off with than with the bad, with the cons of the trailer and what I think is pretty crappy about Pokemon Pokopia. Like, don't get me wrong, in the past decade or so, every Pokemon game, for whatever reason, since it's moved on from the sprite format to the 3D type of version of characterization, the graphics have just been pretty poor. Don't get me wrong, Sword and Shield were okay, but what we've gotten with Pokemon Legends ZA, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon Legends Arceus, those graphics have been terrible. Like, what? And Pokemon Pokopia really isn't too different from that. Like, I feel like the picture isn't necessarily as clean as the potential it has. I feel like they've missed the opportunity to add more textures and in general just graphically enhance it. Just because Pokemon Pokopia is a cozy couch type of game, it doesn't mean they have to dumb down and dull the graphics. The last real con I have to say about this game, and it has nothing to do with the game looking or playing, but it has to do with the distribution of the game as well as the cost. This game is a $100 game, $99.99 CAD. What the heck? This shouldn't be a $100 game. It should be maybe $79.99. Yeah, that's fine. But $100? What? You know, it really makes no sense to me. It's not like it's a graphically enchanting game. Like, yeah, I understand I'm coming back to the graphic portion of it, but it's not a graphically mesmerizing game. I don't see it being $100 for its graphics, nor its gameplay. It's not something that hasn't been done before. It's also not like Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are utilizing absolutely all of its resources and dumping it into this game. Even if they were, they're a billion-dollar company. I don't know. If you ask me, $100 is beyond messed up for this type of game. And to add to that issue, if you decide to buy this game physically, well, you're kind of out of luck. It is a game key card, meaning that you have to put the game in, like take that cartridge, put it in your Nintendo Switch, and install it anyways. You need the internet to actually download the game onto your console. And from there, you're still going to have to put the cartridge in every time anyways. So what's the point of even buying it physically? And as many of you know, I am a physical game and media type of person. And to see that Nintendo is treating its first party game, Pokemon Pokopia, like this, it's disheartening. It's heartbreaking. I'm upset about it. Clearly, I'm upset about it. And like, on top of that, the game is going to be a small game anyways. You know, it's not like it's going to be 60 gigabytes of storage, maybe 25 or something. You're creating the cartridge, you're creating the artwork and shipping it in boxes. Why not just put the game onto there? Doesn't that make sense? I feel like that makes sense. What do you think? Do you think that makes sense? Am I crazy? Really though, those are all the cons that I can personally come up with though. Pokemon Pokopia really does look like a really relaxing, cozy couch game. Something easy that I can just finish up work, come home, plop myself on like the bed, the couch, lay down, put my Switch up to my face, potentially drop it on my face, and just relax, throw something on in the background. It's an easy pick up and go type of game. Put it down, go cook, do whatever you have to do with your day, come back, pick it up. It's that type of game. I'm really enjoying it, genuinely. Aesthetically, it is really cute looking and giving strong vibes of Dragon Quest Builder and Animal Crossing mixed in with that chibi type of characterization as well. The town builder aspect of it looks like a lot of fun. You have to attract different Pokemon to your up and coming town, learn their abilities to attract different species, and all work together to make the best town ever. Like yeah, I love it. Genuinely though, what's not to like about it? There seems to be a decently wide variety of Pokemon in the game, plus a handful, if not more than a handful, of different quests and missions that you get the chance to participate in. You also don't have to just stick to the main land that you're dropped off in. You can surf as Lapras to closer islands, or transform into Dragonite and fly off into distant lands in speedy time. I'm curious though if you have to try and recruit Pokemon in these other islands, or maybe there's different resources and biomes that you have to explore, or maybe you have to make multiple towns in multiple areas. I guess we'll find out closer to the release date, if not when the game's actually released. Right off the bat, there seems to be an okay amount of character customization, but I'm really hoping that the more quests we do, the more Pokemon that come and live in our town, or just in general, the farther we get into the game, the more options in terms of customization we get to our human Ditto character. And I'm sure in general, the further we do get into the game, the more recipes we'll unlock for our town and all of that jazz as well. It is weird though that with Nintendo releasing this game, Pokemon Pokopia, it is going to be competing with itself in the gamescape of town builders, with Animal Crossing already being released, and with that, a new patch that came to the Switch 2 and a general update. Like, why release this just to compete with Animal Crossing is my question. Or maybe it won't be competing with Animal Crossing at all? I am curious though, is this going to capture the audience of Animal Crossing? Are they going to migrate on over here to Pokemon Pokopia and potentially just stay there? Are they going to decide they're going to split their time evenly? Or maybe they just won't care at all. But on the other hand, is this going to be the Animal Crossing killer? Is this Pokemon game of any interest to you like it is to me? Let me know down in the comments below and let's start a conversation. Did you enjoy the video? Like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Once again, I'm Patrick and thank you so much for choosing Double Double Games for your video game news. Thanks and peace out.